Dear Father, Mother God, archangels, angels of light and love, guiding spirits of the highest vibration, to all beings that are here on our path to our highest good, bring forth a guided visioning meditation that will help those here and those who listen to this at any time to connect to their heart, to connect to their spirit, to connect with you as we seek guidance on our path in the year ahead. Take a moment to set an intention in your heart, whether it be a specific question or whether it be a general intention for the next little while that you spend here with us. And then with your eyes closed, the movie screen in your mind's eye, envisage a pathway in the snow. But on the side of this pathway in the snow are two rows, one on each side, of bright yellow flowers, tall and dancing, acknowledging you as you walk by. Feel your body. Notice how their greetings affect the cells, the organs, your breath, your smile. The path is now heading up a hill. You don't know where it's going as there's so much snow you can't see past it right now. But you're trusting the journey. You can almost hear the flowers now, in song or in giggle and play, in honoring. May be different every time you listen to this, but you follow the path. And at the top of the hill, it turns left. And there, before you, is a completely different scenery. It may even be a completely different season. You might find yourself somewhere you recognize, somewhere natural, somewhere man-made, or something that you've never seen before. From this plane or even from another galaxy. There's no right or wrong here. And if you cannot see with your inner sight, make it up, imagine it, knowing that your imagination is the first step to higher knowledge, with inspiration and then intuition. Know that you've made up or imagined something instead of a zillion other things. There's a reason. Explore right now this scenery. What you might find there, who you might find there. You know that there's a message, something to trust, a clue that's related to your intention. And know again that if it's blurry or not clear for you, just simply be in the music, knowing that at some level the scenery is evolving for you. Remember to breathe. In front of you, emerging from the ground, is a chair. It's a swivel chair. It invites you to sit comfortably. And as soon as you're comfortably seated, it starts to slowly spin around, very slowly, so that you can appreciate what's there. And the scenery around you starts to swirl and starts to morph into something new. Colors, softness, textures, shapes and forms emerging and disappearing. You know that something is being created. And you have that inner knowing that you are part of the co-creation. Like the leader of an orchestra, the maestro. You start waving your arms and start creating in front of you and all around you the world as you would like to see it. The world as you would want it to be in any area of your life related to your original intention, or simply accepting what emerges from your own creations and desires. Things around you may appear that surprise you. It may also appear to you simply in feeling, in senses, in knowing. Pay attention to your body and all of your senses, whether they are visual or hearing, feeling, knowing, smelling, tasting. You're like the painter in front of a canvas, creating the ideal setting. And as you do so, you feel on your shoulders warm, comforting hands. As you look, you do not see them, but you know they are there. A guide has come to be with you, to support, to be for a number of reasons. It may be someone you know from this lifetime or a past lifetime, alive or passed on. Angels, archangels, a mentor, an author, the essence of a project. Take a moment to simply connect with this being. You may ask who it is. And it may shapeshift, it may be more than one. Or it may simply be a feeling and you don't need to know who it is, and that's okay too. Simply know that your co-creation is guided and supported. Allow the warmth of that being's hands to change the vibration of your own being, to allow it to rise higher so that you may communicate more clearly with it. Breathe deeply and remember what love is at your very core. Think of an example this week or this year which you felt loved or loving. By connecting to that vibration, you are helping your communication with your intuition. And when you are feeling yourself able and comfortable to connect, The chair that you're on stops to spin, so that you are now standing, as you stand out of the chair, face to face with this being, whether you see it or not. Embrace it, greet it, have a conversation with this guide in any way that feels comfortable. Asking questions about the situation, about what may have appeared, anything so far related to your intention, and listen for the answers in any way that they come, memories, sensations, words. And if you think you're making it up, remember, if it feels loving, it is your inspiration, your intuition, your imagination. If it is not, then it is the voice of your ego, the voice of your fear that may be resisting, experiencing something new. And that's okay. Love it too. Its role is to keep you exactly as you are, thinking that this is safe and comfortable. Whereas your guidance is always asking you to stretch your comfort zones so that you may emerge more fully into who you are always meant to be. For the next few minutes, engage in conversation and connection with this being as it relates to the scenery around you that you're co-creating, or to anything in your heart. You feel that the conversation is coming to an end. Take another minute now to simply acknowledge, thank, or ask a last question. And now this being points to a space in that co-created scenery around you. Points in a direction for you to walk. It may have been something you had noticed before, or something that emerged because of what you had created. Walk in that direction, towards that space of the scene. You're asked to put your hands on something that's there, simply to feel its energy, to connect to the truth that it has for you. This object may be a symbol or may be a portal to something that you need to know. Go ahead and ask it if you need to, what it is here to bring for you. And the more that your energy blends with its energy, it seems to open up like a doorway or a tunnel. And you feel inside a feeling that you have craved, perhaps for years. It's wafting out of this doorway, inviting you in. What is that feeling? Allow it to draw you in, follow it like a calling. Deep within the core of a mountain. And as you walk through the mountain, you come into a cave. It may be a volcanic cave. There's an opening at the top. Light is streaming through, hitting or shining on all the rocks and crystals that are there. You may recognize what kind of crystal or precious stone is there. Again, knowing that everything has meaning, the meaning that you give it, or the meaning that feels right for you later as you research it. It might be one kind of stone in particular, or maybe a blend. You're asked by this cave, by that feeling, to find a piece of this crystal or stone around the cave somewhere. There's one in particular that you feel vibrates at the perfect frequency. As you walk around, you can hear it calling you. You can sense it or see it calling you. It'll be different every time or for everyone. And as you hold this piece of crystal or stone, your mind's eye opens like a projector, showing you on the wall before you, the cave wall, beautiful scenery, showing you the end goal that your soul is seeking when it comes to your intention. And as soon as you've glimpsed that, you see before you now a set of stairs made out of that crystal. And you spend a good long time on every step, infusing through your feet. We'll do this one at a time. Infusing through your feet the messages of any inspired actions that you're asked or guided to take that would lead you towards that vision that came from your third eye, that vision that came from your soul of where you are heading in the next year or beyond. What is one step you ask yourself, you ask your heart, you ask the cave? What is one inspired step I can take this week to help me move forward? Make a mental note of that step. Make a picture in your mind. And when you are ready, you notice there are 5 steps. Go on to the next one, and again, ask your heart and ask this cave, this representation of your inner journey, the inner riches, the treasure that you already are. Ask for guidance on another inspired step. might be a small thing, like giving someone a call, or a bigger thing like embarking on a new project or program. You might find that for you, a step may have something else instead of an inspired action. Perhaps it's messages of love and comfort and trust and confidence, health, wealth, joy, freedom. Allow each step to communicate with you in the next few minutes of silence. Trust whatever is happening for you. Notice how you feel. Remember to breathe. There is so much love and support and beautiful energy coming from those steps, coming from all the crystals, the cave itself. If you're not already there, you embark onto the last step for the last guidance, message, experience. Feeling whatever its gift is for you. This step has led you to the wall of the cave. And as you touch your crystal that you had in your hand to the hole that's there in the wall, it opens a window like shutters towards the outside. And there it is, the ideal vision of what you wish to co-create. It's happening. You climb through the window and you become a part of it. Experience it fully. How would it feel? How would it sound? Who would be there? What would you be doing or being? Live that feeling. Live that vision like if you were the director of a movie. Create it in your mind's eye. Absorb those feelings. Allow every cell in your body to awaken to the reality. Your mind does not know the difference between what is real or imagined. It is already real as the minute you imagine it. Breathe. Allow your heart to open with gratitude for the possibilities. Now you recognize certain playful giggling or music or song. And you notice that the scene before you is changing. All of the elements are starting to float in front of you and poof, transform into these big yellow flowers that you recognize from the original path, those that had guided you. And they form a huge bouquet that is given to you. As you stand there in this blank type of scenery, holding this giant bouquet of life-giving flowers, such joy. And as you walk forward into this, what appears as nothingness, the world you live in today appears back into your mind's eye. Where you live or where you work or the city, the people that you know. And you are inspired to give these yellow flowers, these bundles of joy and laughter and guidance and play to the people that are there. And as soon as you hand one to someone or to something, you may be giving it to inanimate objects. It will be different for everyone at every time. As soon as you hand over one of those flowers, it becomes a gift that you have to give the world. These could be actions, words, feelings, smiles. Just feel how if, and now that you have experienced your ideal vision of this version of your life, what is it that your higher self, walking within you, has to give others through you in your daily life? And if it is not clear, simply hand these flowers to those you feel moved to, knowing that the gifts will translate into whatever they need to be. But you may be guided here with messages, more inspired actions or beingness that you are moved to do or be or have. Moments, assistance, comfort, hard work, ease and grace, whatever it is. You may keep some of the flowers for you, or you may disperse them in any way you feel moved. Until before you see the chair or the bed or wherever that physical space that you physically happen to be right now listening to this meditation. And you allow that self from your vision to sit back or lie back within your own body. Being aware now from head to toe how you might feel different, having remembered who you truly are and what you're aiming for by listening to your heart. Take a few more deep breaths. And again, sighing with your mouth open, audibly, releasing anything that doesn't serve you, so that you may go on in your day with full confidence of your connection to your heart, to your team of divine helpers, knowing they are here whenever you ask for their help, even if you may not see them, constantly communicating, assisting, increasing your awareness of your own gifts, your own path. When you're ready, rub your body, grounding yourself back in this sacred temple which houses your spirit, this human form that you have chosen to live what it is you need to live in this lifetime. Oh, love your body, commit to loving it and taking care of it in ways that it asks you. And when you're ready, open your eyes and take a few minutes in silence, either to journal or simply to reflect on all the messages that you were given, those that you would like to move forward and remember so that you can act on them. Write them down or simply recall parts of the meditation in silence. Take notes. Looking at, again, your original intention and the questions and answers you may have received, the clues, the things that appeared in that scenery, the crystal that you might be called to carry with you in real life. Some of the messages from the 5 steps that can help you in the year to come. And that feeling from beyond that window that you stepped into, including the gifts that you have to give others by being more of yourself. May you have a fulfilling life, enjoying every now in the now. Namaste.